nose, man.
Get you in the face.
My nose.
Oh dear. You okay? Your eyes watering.
Yeah. And welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben.
And I'm Kay.
And today we are reviewing...
No, we're not.
We are reviewing.
We're not reviewing. We're just gushing and talking about spoilers.
So basically, spoilers.
Okay, season 2 of the Umbrella Academy. We're talking spoilers. So you have been warned. If you haven't seen it, don't watch this.
Yeah, don't
and
watch
if
this.
you want to watch a review that's non-spoilery, then don't watch this either.
Yeah, but we have done one that's non-spoilery.
All
So
right.
you can go watch that one.
Yeah. Too tired.
Oh no.
All right, let's do this.
Okay. Timey-wimey stuff.
There's so much timey-wimey stuff.
People assume that time is a strict progression of cause to effect, but actually, from a non-linear, non-subjective viewpoint, it's more like a big ball of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff.
There's a lot of character development in this that I wasn't expecting.
Yes.
And certain characters go on journeys that I wasn't expecting either.
Yeah.
Like Five, who meets his younger self by 14 days. I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah.
I really liked the old guy who played him.
Yeah.
Because the mannerisms of them two, like, mirroring each other. Yeah, mannerisms. This is what mannerisms means. I thought he was a great actor.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed their moments, especially when Five talks about what happens when you come in contact with another you. And so you have, like, that list that he lists.
Yeah.
And then you start seeing them. So he sweats, he's got flatulence.
First off, I want to say we brought the end of the world back here with us.
Oh my god, again?
Paranoia. Itching.
Rage.
Yeah.
The itching is hilarious. They're both
Yeah.
going that, but they're like, no, that's one of my favorite moments.
And denial.
Yeah, I thought it was great. So when we were talking about the comedy, it's so good. I loved it in season 1, but there are
Yeah.
really great moments that lighten the heaviness of the storyline. Because
Yeah.
when we're talking about Klaus, his storyline is so dramatic. When he goes and sees the guy, he tries to stop him from going to war. He
Yeah.
loves him. And obviously, especially the time, what's the 60s?
Yeah.
You know, you can't be gay in that time because it was openly shunned. Like, no
Yeah.
one, you just didn't do that. And so he's trying to do that in a time that, you know, it's
can't,
terrible.
yeah.
Plus, he's running a cult.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
He is definitely one of my favorite characters in this
Absolutely.
because he brings so much flamboyance to his character. Every time his clothes change, you know, the way he wears them back to front.
God, again? I told him we had until 2019.
I think he's the only person I've seen that can really pull it off.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Makes his character so much fun. Let's talk about some of the jaw drop moments.
There is a tiny little mention in a very brief scene where the Sinister 13 or 12, the 12?
Yeah.
So the Sinister 12 are having a meeting and Five is eavesdropping. And they mention something about Roswell.
Yeah.
That's like this tiny little
Just a slight
drop.
thread.
Yeah. And then later, when the dad Reginald Hargraves,
Yeah.
has to confront them after they've assassinated Kennedy, and the guy says, well, I'll just tell them who you really are. And you think, who is he?
Yeah.
And
then
why
he
does
starts
he need
walking
to?
out.
Why does he need to protect his interests on the dark side of the moon? And you're like, no, it can't be. What? And then he takes off his face, and he's an alien.
They also don't show us much at all. It's like a half a shot
Wow.
even. You don't even see the front of his face.
Well, you
the back
do,
of it
but
is
only
like
for a- yeah.
tentacle nose side of the face. And you're like, what is he? Who is he? That explains so much.
Yes, it really does.
Kind of.
Sort of.
Because if he impregnated those 47 women or however many,
Yeah.
and then he went and found the ones that had powers because of that, I'm
Yeah.
guessing that's what they're alluding to.
Maybe.
I mean, if you know, let us know in the comments. But so that's what it seems like they're saying. So it also explains why their dad is so harsh, so different. I guess he's trying to protect the future, for he knows what's coming. There's a reason why he placed one of his sons on the moon, because there's something there. So I always thought, wow, that's a weird thing to do, and
so
they
weird.
never really
and
explained
so pointless.
that. Yeah,
it was
like,
so pointless
yeah.
in season 1.
Yeah.
Even he thought it was completely
So they've
pointless.
taken that and brought that all the way into season 2, which is great. And then we have, moving on, there's the girlfriend of Diego.
Yes.
Who's like that. She seems nice at first. She's a little bit crazy in the asylum.
Yeah.
And then slowly they form a relationship.
She's a lovable character.
Yeah.
She really
then you
is.
see she's the daughter of the head of, well, wants to be the head of the timey-wimey people.
Yeah.
The commission.
I know everything. You are an open book written for very dumb children.
Commission.
And
she's bad.
Yeah, she's really bad. I love the headshot that keeps
weeping.
But then we get the reveal that she's like them. She's one of them.
Yeah.
And she was obviously kidnapped. Her parents were killed. Well, not kidnapped, but she was orphaned without knowing it. And then you see that she's an empath and she can do what the others can do. And she's
like a mirror.
Yeah,
basically.
she ends up being, very much a trouble for these guys. And they basically die. If it wasn't for 5.
Yeah.
Who uses his teaching from his alien dad,
Yeah.
and jumps back for a few seconds, and then we see that he's able to save the day. And then the Russian comes in. I have to say, the last Swede. I have to say their storyline was quite sad.
Yeah.
Even though they were the bad guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They obviously loved each other. They were brothers.
They were also very menacing.
Yes.
They reminded me a lot. I think I mentioned to this when we were watching it, that it had a Dirk Gently feeling.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's weird and wacky enough
Yeah.
to have that feeling, which is only a positive. Because I love that series, love the books. So yeah, fantastic. And then we get to that bit with the boy who has the powers transferred to him to save his life, and she gets taken back again. But at the end, we see him floating that little, is it a plane?
It's a little duck.
Oh, it's a duck, yeah. And he's floating that. You're like, oh, didn't take all the powers.
Yeah.
So this is the part where I tell you, if you've been wanting a season 3, it's not yet confirmed, but it is kind of confirmed. So there is enough content to make a few more seasons from the graphic novel. But also there's been talks already that they're gonna, as soon as this is dropped, probably a couple of weeks from it airing, they're gonna say that they're making a season 3, which is great news, because there's no ways they can leave it like they did.
Oh, no. So, I mean, yeah.
Because how did they leave it? Talk about it, babe.
Oh my gosh. So they eventually get back to 2019. They're back in their own home. They think everything is sorted because the house hasn't been destroyed. So the end of the world obviously didn't happen. Everything is hunky-dory. They're just about to go have some drinks. And who should be there but Dad?
Yeah.
Who's supposed to be dead.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out that it's not their home. There is no Umbrella Academy. There's some other academy.
Anyway, Ben's alive.
Ben's alive and he's like... Number 1.
Who the hell are these guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like it's, definitely getting a 3rd season by the looks of that. It'd be really sad if we don't get a 3rd season and they leave us hanging like that. So this is basically us gushing about our favourite moments, not really a review,
There's no
a
review
spoiler
here.
review. Because a spoiler review is basically just talking about the best moments. If you didn't understand anything, chat to people in the comments below, because I know people love chatting about, especially in spoiler reviews or spoiler talk.
Yeah.
What was your favourite? Is there stuff that we missed? Do you think that they were leading us on? What about the aliens? Like, how much is that that is going to come into play? And why do they always end up destroying the world? Like, what is that about?
What is that about?
Because they're essentially their own undoing.
Always.
Yeah.
And I think that there's going to be something about the fact that you see the boy and his mum as they drive into New Mexico, and he's spinning the thing in his hand. And New Mexico is where Roswell is, right?
I mean,
think.
yeah. I mean, we should have
My
picked up
geography is
that.
correct.
We should have picked up that something was going on with Diego and the dad, because Diego has powers of his own. If we saw doing the Matrix Neo thing, but he
Yeah.
also, whenever he throws a knife, he doesn't miss. You know that he's
Yeah.
trained. He's got powers to make sure that his knife doesn't miss. The 2 times he threw a knife at his dad, the knife went wild.
Yeah.
So either the dad has all the powers they do and is not telling them because we can see how well he can fight, or there's something else going on there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fun. Yeah, so all of those kind of reveals were very interesting.
Yeah.
Also the fact, like, who killed Kennedy?
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah,
How did that work?
a lot of that. Yeah, still great characters, great ideas for a 3rd season. I would have liked them to get to the main arc quicker. They were building up those character developments, that's fine. And when they did reveal stuff in those last 3 episodes, it was worth the wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So chat to us in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching our kind of spoiler talk. But most of all, until next time, remember,
Live long and Tuesday.